Hey guys, I'm filming this at a different angle, so I hope you guys can hear me alright. Today I'm going to be going over my April and May spread pages in my bullet journal. I finished both these spreads early because my handicap aunt has been in the hospital for respiratory failure for the last... I've lost track of the weeks. It's been since March 14th. So it's been a while, and she's in rehab right now, but she's going to be in rehab for probably at least like another 2 to 3 weeks. And I just know I wouldn't have time to finish April's spread or May's spread. So I just went ahead and did them early on some of the few days that I was actually home. So today's April 1st. We're going to go over April's spread and May's spread. If you guys are really interested in hearing about everything that's been going on the past few weeks, I'll most likely make a life update video for you guys when I do my reading challenges. But for now, let's get started into April. Now, this cover page is not a design I came up with. I found it on Pinterest and I just really loved the way it looked, so I decided to... Well, my theme was already going to be cherry blossoms, so I was like, this is like the perfect cover page for this. And cherry blossoms have always been really relaxing to me, so I felt like it was the perfect theme for this month considering everything that's going on. But turning the page, we have my monthly spread and my brain dump page, which I decided design-wise to just draw a giant tree and then take Q-tips and dip it in like 3 different colors of pink paint and just spread it all over the pages and then have like petals falling down from the tree. And also added some washi tape that I had that has beautiful cherry blossom trees and old Japanese structures. Now for the monthly spread, I did make a miniature calendar. I don't think I actually ended up doing that for May because I find these like useless because I don't really pay attention to like the month as a whole. I usually just go day by day or week by week if I have like a lot of appointments to do. And that's mainly because I don't have the freedom to actually make a schedule on my own. It has to revolve around doctor's appointments and hospital stays and everything. So I find this just really useless to keep track of. But anyways, along with important dates and to do, I've also added a book release section to the monthly spread. There are actually 3 books coming out this month that I'm really excited for that I will more than likely be picking up when they come out. And my brain dump page, as you can see, is the same as usual, and it's already filled this time because, like I said, I've already done May's spread. Turning the page, we have my mood tracker. This is the first time I've done a solitary mood tracker. I really love the way this turned out. I drew the fan and I drew the sakura blossoms, but this on the fan is a cutout, mainly because I didn't have the time to actually draw a big branch and lots of flowers. I drew all of the petals you see everywhere, but even the habit tracker is just this cutout done multiple times for each one. And while I feel bad about not hand drawing this stuff, at the same time I just did not have the time. If it makes you guys feel any better, I did go and I had to color in the branch, color in the leaves, and then I had to outline this in black pen while I was numbering everything because you just couldn't see it very well if I didn't. And then I tried something new with my mood tracker as well, where I'm keeping it basically the same color, where I used to do 3 or 4 different colors. And for happy, I didn't have a 4th pink marker. I actually ended up finding it after I'd already done this. So I just put 4 dots like in the middle of the flower and left it white. And if you can't read these, what I'm tracking this month is going to be anime, reading, and writing. I haven't had much or any time to write really, so I'm not anticipating this being filled up at all. But I still like to have it on here because it's something I do want to keep track of once I do have the time to write. Now I have my YouTube page, which is probably the simplest page on this spread because I just added this washi tape in later. It wasn't even originally part of this. And then I just drew little sakura flowers in the corners as is the theme, and that's normally what I like to do with my YouTube page. The spread itself is the same because I find that I don't need to change it. My weekly spread, on the other hand, I tried a different kind of layout. Not only did I change the way it looked on the page, I went for a more horizontal layout, and I kind of stuck with the theme that's on this cover page here with the lines and everything, and I just made boxes and like just like little little square corners in each of these. And some of these where I think all of them actually ended up having notes. Yeah, I think they did. So all of them got a note page, and then I did my whole write, read, and film. And then at the end here, I have a quote from Mulan. "The flower that blooms in adversity is the most rare and beautiful of all." And then of course I added petals falling from the sky. And I don't know if I'm gonna have a lot of room to write in these boxes, like the amount of room I need, but the fact that I have like a little note section should hopefully help. But I like the fact that I can keep each week on each different page. And I liked trying this, it's something new, but I also love seeing spreads that they make a different weekly layout for each week. If I had the time to do that, I feel like I would enjoy doing that so much more than just the same thing. I mean, I would still do them all ahead of time. I mean, that's the given. I'm just gonna finish all of them as I can. I'm not gonna like wait until like a day or two before the week starts to do them. I don't have time for that. But I would like to try like different things. I started to in May, but I didn't have the time. But speaking of May, the theme this month was space. I used a few new jelly roll pens I got and gave it a metallic sheen, which you probably can't tell. And May is actually written as a constellation, which I absolutely love, and that just, this whole theme just like dropped into my head, and I was like, I really love this. I'm gonna try it, just see how it works out, and I think it turned out pretty well. Now over here I added a lot of sticker constellations and washi tape, and each of the little sections I have stuff to keep up with is inside of a planet. I was gonna fill these in, but then I realized I wouldn't be able to see what I was writing, so I kind of just left them all blank. There's my to-do list, is my smallest section. Then I have important dates over here. It's my stepdad's birthday, and then there's Mother's Day. That's the only important dates I have to keep up with right now. But book releases was a bigger planet because as you can tell, there's a lot of book releases. There's already 5 on here, and that's only the ones I could think of off the top of my head. And I was right, I did take out the monthly calendar. I had room, I could have added it right here, and this would have made this look less empty, but at the same time, I'm fine with it. Now my brain dump page, of course, I kept it very simple. I just had hanging stars, planets, and asteroids with a bit of washi tape at the bottom. Which, this is a new washi tape I just got, so I wasn't sure how it was gonna look. And it didn't really go with the purplish color that I was wanting the theme to be around, but I still love it. Oh, that is another thing. As you can tell, in April I stuck with like a pink theme color. You know, cherry blossoms are pink anyway, so it probably wasn't that noticeable. But for May, I stuck with pretty much purple and this dark green color for the writing. I've noticed, like, in the past, I didn't really like the way all of this looked like so clumped together, and also didn't like the fact that it was like a whole bunch of different colors everywhere. So I was like, I've seen so many layouts that have just stuck with like a specific color as the theme, and I really, really love them. So I was like, let's try that and just see how it goes. I haven't really filled this part in on my mood tracker yet. It's just gonna be different shades of purple going from lightest to darkest, and I may try to use one of my metallic jelly roll pens for one of them just to add a sheen to some of them. I don't know, May's a whole month away, so we'll get to that. Then my habit tracker is something I got really lazy on because I just couldn't come up with anything. So I have 4 rows here in a horizontal layout, and it's just a bunch of stars, 31 to be exact, and then each one is going to have a specific color that corresponds with it. This first one, I'm tracking my sleep schedule because I'm hoping to get that back on track, and that's going to be a gold color. Then anime is going to be purple, reading's blue, and writing is green. My YouTube layout, of course, is just what it's always been, and the corners are taken up by asteroids, shooting stars, planets, and just regular stars. Nothing too new there. I use this washi tape mainly because I had no clue what this washi tape would look like. It's new as well. I had no clue who's going to change colors, but once I started, I just went with it. And then I tried the horizontal theme for this one as well, and I had the least amount of time to work on these pages. So, of course, I have my write, read, and film in the middle here, which I do love. That gives me more room to write. And then I just made boxes with a drop shadow, which I actually think that was a last minute ad, because before it was just these boxes with these black starbursts and white, actually these are paint pens that I used. So a white paint pen, and it kind of made it look like a chalkboard, which I really loved, but it still looked empty, so I just added the drop shadow, and I think it added a lot more character to it. But yeah, this is what my weekly spread layouts are going to look like. I had several different ideas about what I wanted to do with May's weekly spreads, like maybe making a whole solar system and then just having the days of that week branch off. I've seen that done before. Or just having like a whole solar system take up the page and there being a giant planet for each day. But when it came down to it, I just didn't have the time. I had maybe about 3 hours to finish this spread, and even though this looks like it would not take very much time, it did take me probably about 2 hours in total by the time I had to stop and do stuff all the time. So I didn't have a lot of time. So I'm very happy with the way this turned out, but at the same time I did want to try new things. But anyways, that is the end of my April and May spread pages. I do post pictures of these spread pages on Instagram, so if you guys want to get a closer look at them, or if you just want to look at them and not listen to me talk, my Instagram link should be in the description below. But until next time, guys, please wish me luck on keeping my sanity. I'm so going to need it. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!